while we're waiting for the show to begin. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the North Inch of Perth, a modern, vibrant city at the heart of Scotland with an ancient history. There have been people living on the banks of the Tay for at least 3,000 years. A 30-metre-long boat carved from a single oak tree was found in the mud of the Tay downriver from Perth a few years ago. It's been carbon dated to around 1000 BC and is displayed in the Perth Museum. Celtic tribes probably had a settlement at the foot of Cadoul Hill on the opposite side of the river at its lowest fording point. The Romans had a number of forts in the Tay Valley, including one at Bertha, about 2 miles upstream from the present city. The Stone of Destiny, on which the kings of Scotland were crowned, was brought to Scotland reputedly by Scota, the daughter of an Egyptian pharaoh, and then to Scone, which lies across the river from Perth, in about 843 by Kenneth MacAlpin, the king who united the Picts and the Scots into a single kingdom, one of the first nation-states in Europe. All subsequent Scots monarchs were crowned at Scone until 1296, when the stone was taken to England by King Edward I as part of his effort to force Scotland to unite in a single kingdom. Archaeological excavations have shown that Perth grew up as a trading centre during the 1st century of the 2nd millennium. King David I granted a royal borough charter to Perth sometime between 1124 and 1127. Edinburgh was created a royal borough during the same period. Perth is therefore the oldest, or at least the 2nd oldest royal borough in Scotland, but sadly none of King David's charters have survived. In 1210, King William the Lion granted another royal charter to Perth. An undated copy of this charter exists and is displayed in the Perth Museum. It was the 800th anniversary of that charter that Perth celebrated in 2010. From the 9th to the middle of the 15th century, Perth was the regular home of the Scottish monarchs. Here in Perth, the kings held court, negotiated international treaties, dealt with warring clans, summoned parliaments, and here the Church Council met. It was in Perth, after the Battle of Largs in 1263, in which Alexander III defeated the Norse King Haakon, that the Treaty of Perth marked the transfer of the Western Isles and the Isle of Man to the Scottish Crown. In 1396, Robert III brought an end to the rivalry between the clans Chatton and Mackay in the bloody Battle of the Clans here on the North Inch. And that's the story which forms the basis of Sir Walter Scott's novel, The Fair Maid of Perth. King James I called 16 parliaments during his reign from 1406 to 1437. 13 of these were held in Perth, and one each in Inverness, Stirling and Edinburgh. Power resided with the royal court, so during this time, Perth was de facto the capital of Scotland. In the 12th and 13th centuries, Scotland's trade was predominantly centred on Berwick, Perth and Aberdeen. The Tay is tidal and is navigable up to Perth. The harbour was at the foot of the High Street. At a time when roads were either non-existent or very difficult and dangerous, the attraction of being able to transport goods to and from the very centre of Scotland by boat ensured Perth's importance as a trading centre. Sadly, after the murder of King James I in Perth in 1437, the royal residence moved to Edinburgh, which subsequently became the official capital. Nevertheless, Perth continued to be the 2nd borough in Scotland after Edinburgh, a position confirmed by a Court of Session ruling in 1602. Nevertheless, the King and his court frequently visited Perth. It was here that King James IV played tennis, and in 1502 bought golf clubs and balls, making him the first named player of golf, and Perth the first place in the world to be identified with golf. And it was here too that James VI learned to play golf on the South Inch. Following the union of the crowns and the consequent loss of court patronage, Perth's prosperity declined. Furthermore, the importance of the harbour decreased, partly because the larger ships could no longer negotiate the Tay, and because with the discovery of America, the trading emphasis shifted from east to west. However, Perth's central position in Scotland became important again in the railway age in the 19th century, when it grew as a major centre with lines fanning out in all directions. The railways and Perth's position as the gateway to the Highlands were instrumental in the development of the tourist industry. This was greatly stimulated by the Ossianic legends and Sir Walter Scott's novels. The Fair Maid of Perth was published in 1828, and ever since Perth has been called the Fair City. In modern times, Perth's position at the hub of Scotland's truck road network reinforces its claim to lie at the heart of Scotland with the slogan 90 minutes travelling time from 90% of Scotland's population. Scotland's three estates consisted of the state, the boroughs and the church. Boroughs had an internal organisation, various trade monopolies, a provost and bailies, and sent a representative to the Parliament. The highest level of borough was the royal borough. In medieval times, the term city was sometimes applied to a borough with a cathedral, but it was not a legal term and conferred no rights. From 1600, the term city was applied to Perth, although it had no cathedral. At first, intermittently, but from the early 19th century, it was used consistently in official documents, including Acts of Parliament. This continued during the 20th century, when the appellation City and Royal Borough of Perth appeared in official documents, and during this time, the civic head was referred to as the Lord Provost. Like Edinburgh, Glasgow and Aberdeen, Perth was never granted city status. That position and the title Lord Provost grew out of ancient usage. Dundee, on the other hand, applied for and was granted city status in 1889. From that date until 1975, there were 5 cities in Scotland, each with its Lord Provost. In 1975, the Wheatley Commission led to the reorganisation of Scottish local government into 2 tiers. Authority over strategic functions was transferred to Tayside Regional Council, leaving Perth and Kinross District Council with much reduced powers. At that time, the rights to use the appellation city and the title Lord Provost were removed. Perth was the only place in Scotland to be downgraded in this way, even though the 4 remaining city district councils suffered the same loss of powers. In 2012, however, Perth was granted city status, and on Friday, the 6th of July 2012, Her Majesty the Queen arrived and formally conferred the title on the new city. So now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax, and we'll begin our Perth City Salute in a minute. Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, again, and welcome back to the revived 2003 Perth City Salute.
Yeah, I'm just about to run out.
Too much on it.
grand opening from Perth Brass, playing the Olympic fanfare and theme, followed by the Fair Maid of Perth, and of course, Loch Lomond, which told the story of some unfortunate Jacobite warriors, one trying to make his way back to Scotland overland, and the other by the underground route of the fairies. And they bid you welcome to the North Inch in this historic city of Perth, where we shall shortly be welcoming some special entertainment for you. The band, the Perth Brass, is just back from a visit to Perth's twin city. The twin city of Aschaffenburg in Germany, where they played 10 concerts, including some with local bands, including a local pipe band. And now we're delighted to continue this Perth City Salute with the sound of the pipes and drums of Perth and District, led by Pipe Major Alistair Duthie and leading drummer Lee Fitzpatrick, both formerly of the Black Watch, along with the pipes and drums of the Scots Guards Association, Scottish and North Irish Yeomanry, City of Discovery Pipe Band, Methil District Pipe Band, and the Black Watch ACF. And we're delighted to welcome all the pipes and drums here into the North Inch this afternoon as they march on to what was originally a Tyrolean folk tune brought over by Swiss and German mercenaries who deserted from Napoleon's army to the Duke of Wellington in the Peninsular Campaign. It was transcribed for the pipes in 1854 by Pipe Major John MacLeod, after we heard it made by a Sardinian military band when he was serving in the Crimean War with his regiment, the 93rd Sutherland Highlanders. So please welcome the pipes and drums with the Green Hills of Tyrol. Grateful thanks to the last pipes and drums as they march away to the Rowan Tree. Well, there's nowhere in Scotland that fiddle music is more revered than in the Shetland Isles. So we're privileged to welcome now the Shetland fiddlers of Yaltibon Hogan, who will be joined by Perth's own Julie Young dancers. The Shetland fiddlers, Yaltibon Hogan, were formed in 2014 to take part in the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo. And since then, the group has also performed in Norway, Germany and China and toured with the Tattoo to Australia and New Zealand. The group champions the 300-year-old culture of Shetland fiddling, bringing it to these diverse audiences worldwide. Today, they'll be playing Spootskerry. So please welcome the wonderful music of the Shetland fiddlers, accompanied by the Julie Young dancers. marvellous fiddle playing of Yaltibon Hogan, along with the dancing of the Julie Young dancers. And as you've already heard, Scotland has its own distinctive music stretching back for centuries, but in recent years, that's been enhanced by the rhythms brought here from other parts of the world, some of which blend with traditional Scottish instruments. The Perth Mellow was held in June this year, and for those who didn't have the good fortune to experience it, this is a second chance to hear, feel and experience Brazilian samba featuring macumba, the beats of Brazil and rhythm wave. Macumba blends Brazilian samba rhythms with traditional Scottish bagpipes to create a highly distinctive and infectious sound that will put a smile on your face and get everyone dancing. Once described as swinging more than a kilt, Macumba's entertained audiences worldwide with its fusion of styles including tours in the UK, USA, Europe and Japan. And Beats of Brazil is a vibrant Brazilian drumming group led by John Durkee, who's celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. They work hard all year round, teaching the joys of Brazilian drumming and dancing in schools and performing at events. And they're very excited to be back at the Perth Salute today with their dancers and an international lineup with members from Scotland, Brazil, Angola, Hungary and Australia. So please welcome Mela 2023.
welcome from the Mela Band. A wonderful day here at Perth Salute. Okay, this is your chance to join in. Yep, you've got it. Let's hear you. Let's hear you up there at the back. On the hillside. Whoa. Okay, some introductions now. Let's hear it for our dancers from Brazil and other countries. Give the dancers. Let's hear it for the Mela Band. Macumba, Piece of Brazil, and Rhythm Wave, Onda de Ritmo. Hey! Okay, take you out with the batucada. Here we go. And Electric Cat. Let's hear for Electric Cat.
And as the samba dancers leave the field, we're very pleased to welcome from home soil the regimental band of the pipes and drums of the Black Watch Army Cadet Force, and the bandmaster Sergeant Major Instructor Robert Cowan, with Pipe Major Sergeant Instructor Connor Pratt and Drum Major Sergeant Instructor Cameron Goodson Maguire, plus the 25th Sterling Dunblane Boys Brigade. Both the Perth bands have just returned from summer camp in London, performing at the Royal Hospital Chelsea for the pensioners there. Earlier in July, the pipes and drums performed alongside the Household Division at Horse Guards Parade, whilst the band performed at the presentation of the Honours of Scotland to His Majesty the King, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award presentation in the presence of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh himself. The band will march on to that magnificent composition dating all the way back to 1848. The 79th Farewell to Gibraltar. we march off to the Black Bear, the traditional return to barracks in Scotland. Now, we're delighted to welcome Perth's very own Julie Young Dancers. Founded in 1989, the Julie Young Dance Studios provide exceptional training for dancers from across Perthshire in a full range of dance and musical theatre classes from 3 years of age. Graduates of the school have had theatrical careers and as dancers and choreographers in some of the most prestigious companies around the world. Others have become successful teachers themselves. As a measure of her dedication to dance and young people, Julie was presented with her MBE by Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal in January at the Palace of Holyrood House. Today, the Julie Young Dancers will take us back 37 years to recreate the magic from the movie Top Gun. And now, of course, our memories have been reignited with Maverick. So incorporating a medley from both films. With this performance, the dancers aim to take your breath away. We hope you will enjoy.
I heard from the heavens that clouds have been ready. Pull me close, wrap me in your aching arms. I see that you're hurting. Why you take so long to tell me you need me? I see that you're bleeding. You don't need to show me again. But if you decide to, I'll run in this life with you. I won't let go till the end. So cry tonight, but don't you let go of my hand. You can cry every last tear. I won't leave till I understand. Promise me, just hold my hand. Hold my hand, hold my hand, my hand. I'll be right here. Hold my hand, hold my hand, hold my hand, my hand. I'll be right here. Hold my hand. I know you're scared and your pain isn't perfect, but don't you give up on yourself. I've heard a story of girls who once told me that I would be happy again. Hold my I heard from the heavens.
You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. I like to love cause I thought it was funny. But you came along and fooled me, honey. I changed my mind, the sun is bright. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, that feels good, baby. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, it's so fine. I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I get nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, balls of fire. Kiss me, baby. Ooh, that feels good. Hold me, baby. I wanna love you like a lover should. You're fine, it's so fine. I'ma tell the world that you're mine, 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 mine. I chew my nails and I twiddle my thumbs. I get nervous, but it sure is fun. Come on, baby, you're driving me crazy. Goodness gracious, big ball time.
Marvelous, Julie Young dancers. They may not have been seen, but they were certainly dancing in the rain. How wonderful. Thank you, ladies. And now we're very pleased to present Rachel Leach and Rock Choir with musical anthems which I'm sure everyone knows. Rock Choir is the United Kingdom's leading contemporary award-winning choir experience, which offers local weekly rehearsals, performances, and life-affirming events. to more than 400 towns and communities across the United Kingdom. The local group here is from the rock choirs of Perth, Stirling and Glenrothes. Highly regarded for their standard of excellence, their educational approach and their outstanding well-being results, the unique rock choir experience has attracted a membership nationwide of over 30,000 individuals, as well as experiencing a high media profile. There's no audition, no requirement to read music. The rock choir select well-known upbeat and emotional songs, offering unique vocal versions only performed by the rock choir members of the most loved pop songs from past decades and from the current chart. The happy sound of the rock choir, drawn from Perth, Stirling and Glenrockers. Now, please give a warm welcome and thank you to the youth of Perthshire, who all willingly take part in our calendar, in our events calendar, winter or summer, and who should be applauded for their endeavours and enthusiasm, especially in the rest. We've got the truly young dancers, the Sea Cadets of Perth, the Royal Air Force Cadets, the Perth Boys Brigade, the Letham Majorettes, and the Perth City Baton Twirler. Give a big round of applause to our male performers. A very big hand to all of our young performers who grace our events in Perth year round. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to ask you to welcome the Provost of Perth and Kinross, Sander McDade, and the Council Leader, Grant Lang, to join us on the dais as we welcome back all of our cast. Let's mark time, ladies and gentlemen, while we assemble all of our cast to bring them forward for the conclusion of this salute to the city of Perth. When the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards recorded the old American tune New Britain, which combined with John Newton's great 18th century hymn became Amazing Grace, they little realized that it would soar to the top of the charts in 1972. Our bands and pipes and drums remind us of that remarkable and unexpected hit, Amazing Grace. Drum Major Kenny Forbes, Perth and District Pipe Band, will ask the
Hold fast there, Drum Major. We have some freedom ceremonies to present first of all, please.
Well, as you heard, the Provost has asked the Drum Major to stand the cast fast while we present the freedoms of Perth to a number of very deserving folk. Shortly, the Provost will ask the leader of the Council, Councillor Grant Lane, to read the scroll conferring the freedom of the City of Perth on the British women's curling team, who are Eve Muirhead, OBE, Victoria Wright, MBE, Jennifer Dodds, MBE, Hayley Duff, MBE, and Billy Smith, MBE. In 2022, Great Britain had a golden finish to the Beijing Winter Olympics, with Eve Muirhead's women's curlers outclassing Japan 10-3 in the final. Skip Muirhead, who won the bronze in 2014, finally had a gold medal at her fourth Olympics after returning from hip surgery, while Vicky Wright, Jen Dodds, Hayley Duff and Billy Smith were champions at their first attempt. In the final, Muirhead's final shot took out a Japanese stone to lie 4. The British contingent in the stands, including the men's silver medal winning team, jumped to their feet in jubilation, and Britain's domination continued, with a 2 in the 9th end, which forced Japan to concede defeat 1 end early. The freedom of Perth is well deserved by these ladies.
I would like to call upon the leader of the council to read out the freedom of the City of Perth on behalf of Perth and Kinross Council.
Thank you, Provost. Delighted to do this. We, the Provost and members of Perth and Ross Council, do by these presents confer upon you the freedom of the City of Perth, in pursuance of a resolution passed by Perth and Kinross Council on Wednesday, the 27th of April 2022. In witness whereof, we have caused the common seal of the Council of Perth and Kinross to be affixed below, this 20th day of April 2022.
I'm now going to present Skip Eve Muirhead with the official ceremonial scroll to the members of the British Women's Olympic Curling Team. I would now like to ask the Freedom Awardees if they accept the scroll and the freedom of the city. Thank you very much.
I think it would be churlish to refuse. Thank you to the ladies, and now the Provost will present the freedom of the city of Perth to Lucinda Russell Racing. Lucinda Russell OBE and Peter Scudamore MBE. The 2023 Grand National was the 175th annual running of this famous horse race on Saturday, the 15th of April 2023 at Aintree. The race was won by Corach Rambler, trained by Lucinda Russell and ridden by Irish jockey Derek Fox, both of whom had previously won the Grand National in 2017 with one for Arthur. Peter Scudamore, Linda's partner, received his MBE for services to racing at the end of his riding career. He was, when he retired, 8 times champion jockey, and his total of 1,678 winners made him the most successful national hunt jockey. Both have brought great credit to this part of the world and have richly deserved the freedom of Perth.
I would now like to call upon Councillor Lane to again confer the freedom of the city on behalf of Perth and Kinross Council.
We, the Provost and members of Perth and Kinross Council, do by these presents confer upon you the freedom of the City of Perth, in pursuance of a resolution passed by Perth and Kinross Council on Wednesday, the 10th of May, 2023. In witness whereof, we have caused the common seal of the Council of Perth and Kinross to be affixed below, this 10th day of May, 2023.
I would now like to present, on behalf of Perth and Kinross Council, freedom of the city. I would now like to ask Lucinda Russell, Peter Scudamore, if they accept the freedom of the city. Thank you. We're getting good at this now. Drum Major, you may now march off.
Please give a very warm thanks to all of our performers today, ladies and gentlemen. Some have performed in bright sunshine, others in the rain, and they've all done us proud for this year's Perth Salute. Thank you for coming. The official party will now make their way to Dalhousie Castle, escorted by the Perth High Constables, a distinguished body of ladies and gentlemen representing the city of Perth. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. There's plenty going on around you here to carry on for quite some time yet this afternoon. So thank you all for coming and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
how it goes. It's just nowadays it's almost like I'm sacking for winter. go out after the autumn when everything else is finished. How much? Still got time. They should have had a competition set so I'm to get through that. Last year, they grabbed one last year. They only had one for the first time, so only that's been happening. That's more cancelled over there. Personally,